I'm Joel Cohen. I'm the guest host on this week's show on the Media Burn Video Archive. And what I'm going to talk about, since this week is the beginning of the NBA season, Shaq and LeBron on the cover of Sports Illustrated, I'm going to talk about a documentary I made about 20 years ago called More Than a Game. It just so happens that LeBron is coming out with a doc, I think in a month or so, also called More Than a Game. We'll be in litigation soon. But anyway, More Than a Game was a documentary my good friend Joe Angio and I produced, shot, directed, edited about playground basketball in Chicago and what it meant to people who played on the playgrounds. Some of the players went on to NBA stardom, including Doc Rivers, Eddie Johnson, Ricky Green. All these guys started playing on the playgrounds of Chicago. We went out to lots of different neighborhoods, lots of different courts around the city to see what it was like to just be there and be in that moment and kind of enjoy playground basketball for basketball's sake and for nothing else.
Hit the ball loose. Yo, man, hit the ball loose. It will never lose. Ain't that right there in this chick? I can't do that. I can't do that. You caught it. You spit.
I don't think nobody better than me. I don't think no one person can stop me. And I never get tired of playing.
Oh.
When I'm in the air, I don't know what to do. I just do it when I get in the air. I either gonna dunk it or just lay it up.
It's like a high. It's like a super high, you know. You feel like you can do it to anybody, anytime, anywhere, and nobody can stop you. Shaking and baking, movement. It's a challenge.
Most guys come out here all day just for one moment. You come out here all day and play 6, 7 games just to get a dunk on somebody, just shoot a long-range jump shot in somebody's face, just to steal the ball from somebody one time. It's like a cocaine addict. He's trying over and over again to get that same high that he did at first. And when you come out to play ball, when you first get there, the first game, if you get that great moment, like say the long range jump shot or the dunk, you stay out there 6 more games to try to relive that, do it all over again, get that moment of glory.
Yeah, but see, though, they rather play ball than it's like a drug habit, you know. A drug dude, he want to get a dope or something to get high. These boys want to get high, they come out here and play ball.
You won't see what we mean. Let somebody walk out here right now and challenge us. You'll see. We be like hungry lions then.
Had the NBA dream, but reality sunk in quick. And it didn't stop me from wanting to be good and wanting to do the things I did. You have to keep the dream in perspective. That's what it's all about.
I went to the school where Skip Diller and Mark Aguirre went to, and that's Westerhouse. And when I was there, they used to play ball with us, you know. And I learned from them, and I dreamed it going to NBA, but I didn't make it.
Obviously. Well, me myself personally, I never dreamed of going. I'm not gonna say I didn't want to go to the NBA, but what really made my ambitions turn toward the NBA was other people telling me they surprised that I don't want to go to the NBA. But as far as me dreaming, actually just eat, drinking, and sleep in the NBA, no, never. Because I knew I had enough brains to make it another type of world.
I played professional basketball in South America and Argentina. Apartment free, you eat free, a couple of $1,000 a month. It's not millions like you make in NBA, but you get paid to play basketball, so it's all right. 2 Americans to a team, TV, autographs, newspapers. Little black boy's dream, play basketball. I made pro.
As far as that wishing they was on NBA, that was a bunch of garbage. They none of them thought about playing no pro ball, because if they did, they'd have stayed in the school. Cause I ain't never heard of a dropout making the pros, you. This is some new thing. Just like,
First of all, who's the dropout here?
Oh, hell no. I messed up too. I went there, first period, and by 7 period, I had 7 lunches. Then I come home like y'all do, you know. I'm tired, mama, yeah. They gave us a lot of homework, you know. And it's the same thing. Ain't nothing changed but the time. Y'all doing the same thing we doing. All they doing is talking about helping the blacks. And, you know, like, you been out here for how long? 2 hours? How many cops you done seen? None. How many people you done seen come out here trying to get these boys a chance to do something? Nobody. So this is what they do all day long, play ball, drink tonight, get high, celebrate. They ain't no angels either now. They're not no angels.
That's what I'm gonna do.
But they real good dudes.
Where you live, partner?
Can't nobody stop me, man. I quit.
So a few years before More Than the Game, we produced a TV show called Once a Star, which was about former athletes and what they were currently doing. And one of the segments we did was at the 1986 NBA All-Star Game with NBA legends, including Connie Hawkins, who was reputedly the best playground basketball player ever. So there was Connie Hawkins, and there was Nate Thurman, there was Cassie Russell, and it was great to see what they were doing and kind of their memories about their playing days.
A typical day is I start off by getting up, going to the exercise class, lift a few weights. Then I might have to take care of my business, which is doing some PR for the Warriors.
Well, currently I serve as the director of special events for the National Scholarship Service for Negro Students.
I'm living in Pittsburgh right now, and I'm living off my annuities, and if I don't have to travel or go nowhere, I have enough money.
I run Christian basketball camps in the summertime. My main was in Clearwater, Florida. I run one in Atlanta, Georgia, Kenner, Louisiana, probably Houston, Texas this year. And it's expanded.
This year is the first year that I've just kind of taken it easy, kind of laid back, and kind of reassess the direction I'd like to go. And it's kind of nice to do that sometime, because I have been going ever since 1962 on the dead run. I feel good about what Cassie has done. I feel good about myself physically and mentally. I feel great that I had an opportunity to do something that you enjoy. I got paid for it. I got a scholarship, got an education by way of it.
People from New York probably saw me at my best. That was when I was learning how to play the game, and I was playing a lot of schoolyard basketball in Harlem. I think a lot of people there saw me at my best. And I think what's happening now, because of the intervention of like the VHRs and all this type of things, if there were some tapes and guys can see some tapes of now and what we've done back then, I think they would be more appreciative of our talents and what we were able to contribute to the game.
Because, see, when I played, you weren't supposed to have pizzazz. You weren't supposed to entertain. You weren't supposed to trick anybody. You weren't supposed, that was considered embarrassing people. I went into Philadelphia one year I played, back in the early 70s. They had a sign that was 15 feet high and 30 feet long. It said, Pistol Pete, why do hot dogs cost 15 cents in Philly and $2 million in Atlanta? And that kind of summed up my career.
I always said that the one thing that really charged me up was to hear 15,000 people screaming Nate. And no matter what I do today, that won't happen. So the question is, the biggest high was in the NBA.
To be able to take over a game and be influential is a great feeling.
The public now will think that if you played, that one, you're making a lot of money, and two, that you were involved at some point with the drug situation. We got high when the ball went through the basket. That was our high.
I've always tried to maintain about the same, kind of persona when I was playing or when I'm not playing. And I'm a pretty easygoing guy, and I try to act in a certain, manner of respect, and that comes from my parents.
I'm glad I don't need this pomp. I don't need all the worldliness that is out there anymore. I'm glad that God chose to save me out of that. See, that's it.
I like to play basketball. I like to get out there and play and make the chips fall where they may.
That technique is embedded. It's there. You love it. You enjoy it. You want to give it to somebody else. So it'll continue.